vote for President Obama because Mick and Paul Ryan, people, I consider myself a Democrat, and there have been a few Republicans I have voted for because they were the better person. Just like our President Obama is the better person. I'm not a million or trillionaire who has part of $21 trillion outside of the United States. I'm going to give them more tax breaks so they can put more money into foreign banks, foreign governments. I'm not crazy. The Republicans have stopped everything in Congress to try to put this country back on track. Why? Claim hatred for a man. They use that excuse to negate the rest of humanity in the United States. These are the people you want to keep voting for, who take money underneath the table for the rich, who have taken away your rights. Look, I live in Seattle, and I heard there were more rights at one time. And yeah, there are Democrats here. But I'm not going to vote for the mayor. I'm not going to vote for that guy who falls asleep, who's a congressman. Because the people aren't that important to him. Special interests are important to those two, just like they are to Romney and Paul Ryan. So, if I can condemn some Democrats, I think I can condemn Paul Ryan and Mick, the liar, who won't show his taxes, who his own father, a better man, George Romney, than his son Mick is. A man who will not show his taxes because he knows there are things in it that prove he hasn't paid his fair share. Has not paid his fair share. Has not paid his fair share in taxes. If you're not a million or a trillionaire and you vote for him, shame on you. If you don't look at what the Republican Congress has stopped to help the people, shame on you. And you deserve what you're going to get from a Republican dictatorship. Because that's what you're going to get. A dictatorship. Not democracy, which we have to a certain point because the rich have been buying. We need to only put public monies in political actions, like people running for president. Okay, let's get all the corrupt money out of politics. Congress, the Supreme Court, the Republican Congress, the Republican Supreme Court are taking away our rights, American rights. So, if you want to continue taking away American rights, vote Republican and, throw this country into chaos. If you want America to be what it's supposed to be, then you have no choice but to vote for President Obama. I want him to do more for Hispanics because I'm a Hispanic. What is only right and fair to all human beings. That's all I am looking for. I'm not looking for tax breaks for the rich who don't care about the poor. Who, if they do go to church and they continue this outrageousness like the Koch brothers, who have millions, probably billions of dollars, and are using that to take away human rights. Teddy Roosevelt was a Republican, and he would not recognize the Republican Party today. Would not. Because he went after big business. He put some of the laws on the books that these big businesses have paid underneath the table to overturn a Republican. Okay? So, this is not your father's Republican Party. And if Teddy Roosevelt was alive today, if Abraham Lincoln was alive today, they would tell you to vote Democrat. Because that's the only fair choice we have. Though they are, outside of the president, there's a few Democrats I'm not going to vote for. Because I know how corrupt they are. And, you live in the United States, you know how corrupt this country has become. All the people need to stand up and say enough is enough. We don't want this corruption. We want change. We want the corrupt people to be put in jail. Not to put money in foreign banks. Not to pay less taxes than you and I. Not to become president because he wants to outdo his father and doesn't care enough to have paid his fair share when he could have, because he knew he wanted to run for president. That's a shameful man. Shameful. And only God will judge him. You want to vote for a man like that who will take away your rights? Who will tax you to death so the rich can get richer? Because they don't create jobs. Because if they did, how come things improved under Clinton? And taxes were higher on the rich? Then it weren't what Romney wants to do. So people think, if you're a multi-billionaire, trillionaire, I guess you're going to continue putting money outside of this country. And if you're not, and you vote Republican, well, then you're going to get what you deserved. You better grease your backside if you vote Republican, because that's what I see coming down.